Good afternoon, it's Jan from Twink Stampin'. I'm an independent UK demonstrator, and firstly I'd like to thank you for coming along and watching my video, or hoping to watch my video. I'd like to apologise for my absence the last couple of weeks again. I am still suffering with my teeth. I've finally got an appointment for extractions next week, so I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully I can get life back to normal. Also, this time of year, it is a very busy time of year for everybody. I do have quite a large family who I have to buy presents for and to visit, etc. I have been spending time, I would admit, I've been spending time getting presents and gifts, and I've also been getting my Christmas gifts ready for my class ladies who attend my classes regularly. I like to gift something handmade at Christmas. It's never very much, but I do like to let them know that I think about them, and I do really appreciate their supporting my small little business. Anyway, enough waffle. I'm back today. As you can see, I've got my little tissue boxes. I thought I would come along and show you how to do these again. I have got a lot more new subscribers to my channel, for which I thank you. If you're not already a subscriber, please do subscribe and hit the like button. Where was I? Oh yes, the tissue boxes. They're very, very easy to make. They make great little stocking fillers. I think they're just so cute. They're great to sit on your desk at work, or you know, in your kitchen, or on your craft desk, anywhere. And they're very, very easy to make, and they're quick to make if you want to make them for craft fairs or anything like that. Really easy. The papers that I've used are this one's Simply Elegant from the annual catalogue, and this one is from a papers pack that is coming in January, and it's called, I believe it's Ever Eden. I'm not going to show you the whole pack just in a minute because I've only got scraps left. Hang on a minute, I'm getting there. Ever Eden, yes, I was right, Ever Eden. Yeah, that's what I've used, but of course you can use absolutely anything. I didn't particularly want to use Christmas paper because it's not Christmas all year round, you know, and these can stay on your desk all year round. You can just refill them every time that they empty out. So yeah, I just thought it would be a nice, quick, simple video for you. As I say, great for craft fairs and things like that. Okay, so we'll get on. You're going to need a piece of white cardstock, or whatever cardstock colour that you wish as your base, and it needs to be 8 inches by 8 inches. I've only got the inches measurement at the moment. Once you've cut it at 8 by 8, you're going to score. And now if you want to grab a piece of paper and a pen, then you'll be able to remember. It's going to be on one side you're going to score at 1/2 inch, 2 3/4 inch, 4 inches, 6 1/4 inches, and 7 1/2 inches. Okay, then you're going to turn it and you're going to score at 1/2 inch, 1 3/4 inch, 6 1/4 inch, and 7 1/2 inches, and that is all your scoring done. So you can move your cutter away for now. Now this is what you're aiming for. Okay, this is the cutting guide, as I would call it. Okay, all the dotted lines are what are going to be left after you've cut. So this is what it looks like. So that just fits over here. Hang on, upside down. This fits like this. If you can see that. So all I've done is dotted round the bits I need to cut. I will admit to you that I have done quite a few of these and have made a few mistakes along the way, especially my biggest mistake, and I kept making it until I'd done about 10 of them, is because when I do boxes, you know, I generally go up the side and then up there. You don't need to do that. You don't know. No, this is not a traditional box that I make. You are going to go up the side. As I say, the times I've done it, well, you can see there, look, on my practice one, look, I've gone to cut up there. That's not right. You need to cut there, that way, not that way. So it was automatic to me to cut up. But anyway, don't make that mistake. Don't make that mistake. The other thing to know is to concentrate on where you're going to put things. Yeah, mat is going to go on this piece, and then you're going to cut an oval out, and this piece is the one that's next to a smaller, I think it's an inch or just over an inch and a quarter. Inch and a quarter is there, and then a tab there. So don't go putting your oval there. That's all I'm trying to say. You've got, you know, pay attention when you're doing that. The other thing is that we're going to cut that right off at the top there. Yeah, I think that's the only way I can show you this is using this template. And I would actually cut myself a template out. If you wanted to make many, you know, if you were using them for craft fairs or anything like that, and you're going to make loads, eventually you'll remember how to cut it. But like me, when I first, although I've made them loads of times before, I kept making the same mistakes. So I started using my template. That's why it's looking a bit dog-eared actually. But I just went round, you know, I put my blank piece of card down, and once I'd scored it, I placed it down, placed that over the top, and then I knew exactly which pieces, drew around it, which pieces to cut out. Okay, so I will do that on here. No, actually I won't do it on here. I don't need to do that on here. But that's what you would do, okay? I don't know if you want me to show you on here the bits to cut out, but I think this is quite explanatory. And once you've got your score lines on there, you can see there, you'll see where the score lines are. That one goes right across. You want to take that out. Okay. So I can't really show you, can I? Anyway, that is the template. So if you take a screenshot of it or whatever, that will help you. If you draw yourself a template, it will fit. If you was to place your, you know, if you cut it out as I've shown you, and then place all your extra ones over the top, you will see how much easier it is to cut it out. You won't even have to think about it. Okay. It's quite difficult actually. So this is my little template, and it goes on here. This is the bit that I went wrong on. I was going to the top there, and it's not, because there's a score line there, and you need to line it up with that one. Okay, so that's how it would be. Let's get that one out of the way. I hope this is not too confusing for you. As I say, if you just have that edge there, once you cut it out, you'll understand. You'll see how it's cut out. Right, I'm going to make life easier for myself because I cannot see in this light where I'm going to cut. This this top piece has got to come out because that will confuse you. In fact, I'm going to cut that out with my cutter because I think it's much easier. I'm trying to cut, so that's 1/2 inch. I know it's 1/2 inch. So I'm just going to cut that off. Then I'm not going to get confused. And that's the piece that's got just the large piece and then the small piece. This end has got a small piece, then it's got an 1.25 inch there, and then it's got the larger piece. That's the piece you're going to put your oval in, or square, or whatever it is you want to put in there. That will go sort of in there like that. Not until you've decorated it though. Right, let's start cutting. Like I say, don't make the same mistake as me. I cut that and then I went up there. That's not how you do it. Okay, you need to turn. The best way to remember is that their portrait, the big gaps are in portrait, and then you just cut up. Took that bit off, that corner. I don't know if you saw there, but I tapered that bit. I'm going to cut across there. Now, I have gone just above the score line when I cut across there, because you don't need all that bulk. I'm going to taper that one too. Okay, so that's the first bit. Go to your next score line. I can see. I might use my big scissors. And I can do it in one fell swoop then. Cut it up. I'm going to taper that edge. I'm also going to taper that edge. So that's that piece done. Then you've got your next piece, which is a little tab. There we go. And then I'm going to, again, I'm going to go just above that score line. Okay, I'm going to turn it round. I'm going to do the same on this edge. I'm going to take that very first piece out. I need to turn it just slightly so that I can see it. To that score line. I'm going to chop that off, but I'm going to do it at an angle there. Okay. Scissors. I'm going to cut up there. I'm going to go across here. I'm going to taper that one. Then I'm going to taper this one. I'm going to cut up here. Don't know if you can hear that noise, but it's the air coming out of my flask. There. Oh no, I need to cut the other side. Right, sorry, I forgot to taper this big tab here. So that's my front flap. Then I'm going to cut across my small tab. I'm going to taper. Doesn't matter how big you do those. Or if they're uneven, really doesn't matter. Okay, now you're going to take this whole bit off here. You'll be left with 2 bits here. Take them off. I can't see them. Turn it over because I can see the, oh, can I? One. Two. Okay. And there we have it. That is your base. I hope you were able to follow along then. And that's it really. That's the basic structure. And you're just going to go along and burnish all your score lines. There we go. So what's going to happen is normally you would be putting glue and stuff on these tabs. Not today. Not today. You're going to be putting glue on this one here, this end one. So have it so that it's face down. Tuck over the flap. Give it a good, give it a good burnish. Add glue to this piece. This is the only piece you're going to be gluing. Carefully fold that flap over there. Now this flap here should just fold straight over onto it. There's no trying to line it up or anything like that. Just fold that bit flat and push this piece down. And it will just automatically go onto where it's supposed to go. Mine's slightly out there because I've got I haven't cut to my score line. But easy remedied. There we go. So what have I done wrong? You'll know what I'm going to do, don't you? Oh dear. I'm going to undo that. You know what I haven't done, don't you? See, I make the same mistakes time and time again. Okay. It's not lost. All is not lost, ladies. All is not lost. No, all is not lost, because what we're going to do now is we're going to stick that on first, aren't we? Oh, what side shall I use? Oh, no, not that side. We'll have this side. Yes. See, I do make mistakes. Always making mistakes. But if you're quick enough, you can rectify them. Okay, I'm going to be sticking this down with my Tombow. This mat measures 2 1/8 by 4 3/8 of an inch. And like I say, you can, if you want, you can decorate the sides and the tops, the edges, lids, I don't know what you would call them, the opening pieces. You can decorate those two and the base if you want to, but for quickness, for what I need it for, it's just being decorated on the top. I'm just going to make sure that that's well and truly stuck down. Now, okay, after that catastrophe, honestly, but I did save it. It will work. It will still work. Nobody's going to know any different except you lot who are watching. Okay, I'm going to cut the oval out now. Now I'm going to use my large cutting machine, A4 cutting machine. Now, if you were going to be using a A4, your normal cutting machine, you know, that's not a big one, like the Big Shot or whatever, you can place that on there and actually fold this over. Now, you will have a slight overlap on there. Now, it's not going to be so much that you'll notice. What am I trying to say? It will have what it will leave you is a small indent on this flap here. It will leave a small indent on here, but that won't matter because you can actually fold that into the box. You know, it will have an indent there, you know. So if you were to have this end sealed, nobody would notice. There's absolutely no reason why you have to have both ends opening. You know, for you to put your tissues in, you only really need one end. I don't know why I don't seal it, but I don't. But you can seal it. As I say, that would hide the indent that it would make on the flap. I would not try and do that, you know, so that it misses it. Well, I don't think it would miss it, to be honest, because that needs to be in the centre. And when that closes, you would still get an indent on it. So if I were you, I would put it like that and put it through onto your smaller plates, your 6-inch plates. Just over 6 inches, aren't they? So you would be able to get it on there. That flap you would have to turn in. Just like that, but it would fit perfectly. You will get an indent on here. Like I say, you can either glue that into your box or you can decorate. You can decorate here. You won't even notice this bit. This bit goes inside the box. Okay, so that's one way of doing it. I'm lucky enough that I do have a large cutting machine. I know many of you have got electronic ones, you know, so you wouldn't have to worry. I've put it on the wrong plate. It's to go on my bottom plate. Now, I will be having a piece of paper on mine. I've put a bit of paper over mine, and you'll see there I've used it many times because I've been using my plate to cut I've been using these to cut lots of dark card, and I haven't had time to put it in the dishwasher yet to clean it up a little bit. So it leaves black marks on my card if I don't put a piece of paper there. Goodness me, I don't know if I sound like I waffle a lot. Sorry. Stuck to my card. There we go. So I'll get this out of the way now. It's a rather large machine to be on my desk. There we go. So just pop that out. Take it off very carefully. Another mistake I've made is being too quick with ripping it all off, and it just makes me have to start all over again. I've been keeping these. They make great little sentiment, what do you call them? Sentiment banners or whatever. Lovely. You know, you could put them on a card. Really pretty. I'm sure I can come up with something to use them for. Yes, I've got quite a few there already. So that is it, the hole made. Let's get rid of the excess glue that I've managed to get all over the card. Right, let's see if I can, look at it, look, what a mess. That's off my plates, that is. So that's why I put paper. But obviously this bit was facing down, so. Right, I'm not going to worry about that bit. That bit's, can't see that bit. So I'm going to have it face up, put my glue on my tab. My tab's still in, I've still got it. I didn't pull it off when I took the tab off earlier. And that bit's going to go down. Got a bit of glue on there now. I'm going to have to wait until it dries. Could try. There we go. That's not too bad. This one can be mine. So just turn your tabs in. It's not quite stuck down yet. That was lifting. I might just try and round that off a little bit, make it a little bit easier for it to go in there. There we go. Not sure why that's not going in. Oh, because I haven't, look, that's how you know when you haven't done your shaping, your edges. Did you see that? I was having trouble getting that in purely because, oh dear, stop giving me a hard time. That's better. And that goes like that. And there you have it. One little tissue box. And we'll pop some tissues. I have to take these ones out because I haven't got any new ones. That's still not shutting properly. This is. They go in there like this. There you go. Not happy with that. I need to trim off a little bit more. If you, I don't know if you can see, but there's a tiny, oh, there's a tiny piece that's still got a score line on it there. It's just there, which means I haven't trimmed it properly. And it's preventing the tabs, and it's the same with this one. Those tabs are going to get smaller and smaller and smaller, aren't they? There we go. It's back in the box. There we go. It's got a bit of tape. We got there in the end. Like I say, I mean, it never goes right when I do videos anyway. Never does. I'm always making mistakes. And I mean, look at that one. That one went straight in. They're all fine. Absolutely fine. Let's say once you get your tissues in, it fills them out nicely. They look lovely. You can decorate them if you want to. I might put a bit of sparkly on this one because it's quite a nice bit of paper actually. That one. That's the what you would call the back side of the card. I might just add a bit of Winker Stella on these nice ones. Oh, it's quite nice. I quite like this one. I think this one's going to be mine. And then it'll remind me of that I do make mistakes, but they can be rectified. You can always save your projects. Oh, look at that. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks absolutely gorgeous. Sparkled up. I'm getting rather chilly out here now. I don't know about where you are, but the weather is so cold. And it's probably only about 10 or 11, but I feel cold. There we go. Loving it. Love it, love it, love it. Look at that sparkle, look. They look quite posh now. That looks very posh. You would not know that I'd beaten this one up, would you? That's it. Little glue marks I've got on it from, I better leave it till the glue's dry. Okay, there you go. There's the rest of my little boxes. So if you're making these boxes for craft fairs and things, they're so simple to make, and they're very, very popular as well, because you know you can just give them to all your friends and you know, your family. So they're great for, you can make masculine ones to so that your husband or your boyfriend or your dad or whoever can put them on their desk at work. They're great. I think they're great. Thanks for watching me. I'm sorry that I'm useless sometimes, absolutely hopeless at, not useless, but I'm hopeless sometimes at remembering not to do things. The times I told myself last night, stick your DSP on, stick your DSP on, you know, because you do forget. You just get carried away with trying to put the box together that you forget. Anyway, they're done now. They're all finished and I'm very happy with them. I do hope you'll have a go at making some. As I say, they are great for craft fairs. Yeah, if you would like to know what products I've used today, they will be listed down below. If you want to contact me for any reason, you can either leave me a message down below or email me. All my contact details are down below. I've also got a shop if you wish to purchase any of the products. The details again are down below, and I've also got a blog. On my blog, I generally, on the same day that I do the video, I generally post the blog with the instructions and pictures on that too. Okay, thanks again for stopping by and watching me make nice little mistakes and how to put the tissue box together. All right, thanks again. I'll speak to you all again soon. Bye bye.